In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, every time we say something or we write something on the social media, we share a post, some of the people like it, while still some of the people, you know, they don't agree with us, they give it a dislike. They, they people are even found criticizing. Some of the times, people ridicule, they become blunt. They don't hesitate to criticize severely. This also happens, my dear friends. Look, and when somebody disagrees with it, we don't like it so much. But when somebody criticizes it, we dislike it. When somebody ridicules, whatever we have just said, then we feel anger, or we, develop some sort of negative opinion about this person. The person is maybe a foolish person, a negative person. The person who is maybe this person is against me. This person does not like me, approve me because I am a commoner, or for certain other because of my religious sect, etc. etc. As a matter of fact, none of the criticism, even if it is done in a ridiculous manner, whatever manner have they adopted, I think it's not bad. It's not bad. Rather, we need to, we can learn out of it. We can take certain advantages out of it. For that reason, we need to become positive. We need to become positive. We need to become even more positive, and we need to develop a sort of maximum positivity out of it. Sometimes, some of the people are that much patient and great people, while another, some of the people, maybe most of the people, still maybe overwhelming number, majority of the people, they are not this much of the patient. They don't have said that much of the patience, and they can't, bear it that lightly if at all their opinion is ridiculed or criticized. Dear friends, first of all, we need to make a kind of commitment with ourselves that from now onward I shall be, inshallah, patient enough every time somebody criticizes me, and I shall be reconsidering my opinion. Maybe there are certain flaws, lacunas in it, which needs to be rectified, which needs to be fixed. There will be certain, and if at all, if there isn't anything else, we have reconsidered it, and there isn't anything like that at all. But the criticism is absolutely misplaced. For that reason, since we have reconsidered it, and we become even more confident that whatever opinion I do have about this sort of things, about this sort of situation, that is a right one. Although everyone else will not agree with me, but that is the right and that is the well considered opinion. Now, let's move forward. That is, my dear friend, that if at all somebody criticizes you and you have faced criticism, it actually says that either your opinion is not the right one, or it needs to be presented in a different manner. It needs to be presented in a different manner. Either my opinion is not the right one, it needs to be rectified, it needs to be evolved, it needs to be changed, or I should somehow change the way I express it, I communicate it. I need to change. I need to change the pattern of communication. How? I shall like to put forward an example. There in a talk show, and I said that when something becomes, suddenly very expensive, when then It's better not to use it for a while, maybe for a fortnight at least. What will happen that the prices will drastically come down. A person there, another participant of that particular talk show, you know, when he was talking, replying to a question, he also included it. He commented upon my this opinion, and he said that it actually means that if at all the you know the flour, if at all the grain, the wheat, the flour become very expensive, then we should stop eating the roti, the chapati, the bread. Actually, my opinion was not a wrong one at all, but shouldn't have, I should have expressed it in a different manner. I should have preempted the possible criticism. And the next time when I express the same sort of opinion, then I said that if at all an unessential item, an item which is not essential, and we can survive without that, without much of the sacrifice, for that reason, with a little amount of sacrifice, for that reason we should abandon the usage of it for some of the time. If at all the prices has gone up suddenly, now I think I've said the same thing without any sort of change in it at all, but I have preempted the kind of possible criticism which was hurled at me earlier, although my opinion is the same. But now, this time, I have expressed my opinion in a different manner. So, for that reason and for that purpose, I believe that, whatever, somebody has adopted the attitude, first of all, we can take advantage of it, regardless of what was the intention of that particular person. The other thing is that while expressing an opinion, we also need to think what sort of criticism might appear upon this opinion of mine, so that I could include or so that I could bring certain modifications in the way I express this opinion of mine, so that I shall not be criticized, and there will be no room or little room for the criticism. For the sake of ridicule, I need to do that well. And if at all we do adopt an attitude like this one, still, if at all somebody does criticize or ridicule, she will be considered as a foolish person, as a non serious person, as somebody who is not so rational or logical, and hence should not be paid much attention to. So that's why it's important that while expressing our opinion, I think that we need to preempt the kind of criticism which might emerge later on. Thank you.